Here are 3 places where your data is hiding money, and I'll show you where I'd look. Number 1, stop the leaks. Where are you losing deals, opportunities, and sales? Deals you're losing isn't just the money that you've lost on that deal, opportunity, or sale, but also the time and effort and cost that is taken to generate that lead in the first place. What I've found is that if you have enough data, you can layer this on top of each other. And I would tend to do this by visualizing the data. So pulling it all together, finding some common denominators, dimensions, data that you can map the data to join it all together. Once you've got a joined data set, I would start layering them on top of each other and what I mean by that in practical terms is putting it into a visualization tool. I tend to lean towards Tableau or Power BI, but Excel could do the same thing. When doing this, you want to start to build a bit of a matrix. Try to find some correlation themes. Is there any insights or trends that are coming through the data? I would do this by a win-loss, what I call win-loss matrix, and it's where you want to find 2 dimensions, and you will find that there will be a correlation trend, and I would color coordinate these opportunities, sales, by whether red if you've lost it, green if you've won it. And you will start to find maybe a trend of maybe in specific regions, specific products, services, seasonality, of when you win or when you lose something. So first you want to find out where you're losing deals and then investigate why you're losing those. Number 2, farm your winners and back your rising stars. This is the biggest opportunity for you to leverage customers that already trust you and already buy from you. It might be that you have a list of clients that are perhaps on your basic bundle offering, or maybe on your legacy platform and are waiting for an upgrade. Also, if they're loyal customers, they'll probably love to hear about your newest offer specific for them. This is all fine and well, but it's dynamic, and you might have some top tier accounts that are maybe top tier accounts at the beginning of the year in Q1, but not necessarily top tier in Q4. But you don't want to lose sight of those that were top tier in Q1, because they might be top tier again Q1 the following year. So what I tend to do is build a customer-centric dashboard, and it would probably be a dynamic dashboard. So tools like Tableau and Power BI are ideal for this, that can feed into a data source that you can update on a regular basis. Ideally, if it's a direct feed, even better. These dashboards need to then feed in whatever CRM system you're using to track your marketing, to track your email campaigns, whatever it is that you're reaching out to your clients, and make sure you have the right clients in those lists dynamically as you evolve over the year. And it might be that actually you need this report to update monthly, quarterly, yearly, possibly even longer. It depends on what your sales cycle is and what your sales journey is for the customer. Some businesses, the sales journey can be about 18 months. Others, it's a couple of weeks or days. But here's the important bit. Be sure not to forget your rising stars and your next level accounts that are coming through the ranks. Because just with a small nudge, these accounts could become your top tier accounts. So within this dashboard, within this reporting, be sure to have a section of any that are hinting to become those rising stars. Okay, number 3, match the money with the effort. I like to do analysis in understanding where your revenue is coming from, which sales activities. So what sales activities are driving results, i.e. revenue, cash in the bank? What time does it take to do a sales activity for it then to generate cash and revenue in the bank? Not only what time does it take, but what activity generates the most cash? This is fairly in-depth analysis, and it could be, for example, and I did this for a client recently, it was face-to-face client interactions, one-to-one specifically. That could have been in Zoom or face-to-face. And when putting some correlation analysis together, you can start to look at what lag that might be, and it generally varies across accounts, across regions, possibly across products and services that you're selling. So it's a very in-depth analysis, but with that you can really tailor specific strategies for those accounts. It might be that some accounts, and this is what we found, is that the chart might look like it's hinting, even if you throw everything in the kitchen sink of all sales activity to that, it doesn't necessarily generate greater growth within that account. But then you might find that you have really responsive accounts, really engaged accounts, that where you give them more attention, you actually get a return from that attention and that effort that you're putting into that account. So it's interesting to find, and if you are a company that's on a little bit of a budget and you want to make sure you're getting your biggest return for your buck, then you need to have a look at where you can draw back a bit and where you can maybe spend a little more for a bit more of a return. No doubt that you will still need to maintain these accounts, and maintenance also has an investment. And this kind of activity can really help you understand that. So in closing, the 3 places where I'd start are stop the leaks, find out where you're losing deals and why. 2, grow your winners and back your rising stars. And 3, match your money with your effort. Do some sales activity versus sales analysis. If you know where to look, the data isn't just numbers, it's the fastest route to making money.